What we try and do is make it accessible so you can walk in here without feeling intimidated. You can speak to the artist who did the work. You can bring your kids here and they can roll on the floor. And you can come to workshops and understand the process or do your own process. There's a terrible scarcity of affordable, and I mean really affordable, studios for artists in London, and I try to address that by keeping prices super low. When we get an artist that we've agreed to have a studio here, we say, you know, what kind of workshops or what do you want to do for the community programme? We become an educational resource for local people, and particularly for young people, for local schools that have lost education art budgets, and it's good to have that kind of exchange, I think, between the general public, young people and the artists. So if someone needs it, we provide it, and I think that's the lifeblood of the Bomb Factory and why we're a charity. My practice is really important, which is why I did this in the first place. So to lose sight of that would be not exactly conducive to continuing here. I kind of am a multimedia artist, sculpture, installation. I'm very process-based, so I like being in the studio and mucking about with materials. During COVID, I was painting these really dark paintings of kind of mysterious foresty places that was probably a bit of escapism, but also they're quite dark. I mean, some of them you can barely see the marks on it. Everyone says, you know, you've got a bit of marble when you tell them you do sculpture, and then I say, no, I'm using lycra at the moment. But, you know, like everyone, we are using what there is out there. And I suppose, whilst I'm a very political person, I don't think that that necessarily comes out of my work, apart from in a very sort of subtle way. I've been interested in Baroque art all of my life. I think that's been my abiding influence. I suppose there's a sense of the theatrical, but also there's a sense of decay and impermanence to it all, you know, sort of apocalyptic in a sort of bizarre way. It's like the last fluorescence of society or something like that. My sculptures that I make are huge, and I'm interested in the total, you know, the Gesamtkunst work thing, the total work of art. The experience of being within things. So lots of my, even if I'm painting, they're quite sculptural, and they're kind of things that you can fall into, or I think you can fall into them, or I want you to fall into them, and I want you to want to be inside of them.